Ready. Hello, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. And today I have Nicole in this session for a great interview. Bef- Before we start the interview, Nicole, maybe you can introduce yourself shortly.
Of course. Hey, my name is Nicole Wiske, and I'm a new MVP, also a freshly baked MVP for Microsoft Teams. My main points are, of course, Microsoft Teams and Copilot, and I'm also Microsoft certified trainer. So I'm doing very much of consultant things. So I'm Microsoft 365 consultant. So if you have question about everything around Teams or Copilot, that's my point or that's my part where I just advise you and help you and set up your organization. And yeah, if you want to adopt these tools or those tools, you are exactly right at my point or at my side. So yeah, this is my daily business I'm doing. And I'm 23 years old, pretty young, and I'm very glad and I'm very thankful to got this MVP title. I think it was July this year for the first time. So yeah, it's an honor and I'm pretty excited about that. And let's see what the future holds for me with many more speaker jobs and events I can attend.
Oh, thank you. Can you share a little bit of insight of your MVP journey?
Oh yeah, of course. It's a crazy journey. Or I think I got more active when I got the MVP title on LinkedIn, so on social media, where I really saw, okay, I got the title and now I get acknowledged of what I'm doing. So it was like again a little more motivation for me. Okay, they see me and I can really share so much information with everyone and can connect so many people with this information. So I was okay, let's do it on maybe 2 day business that I just create. Okay, this is a tip for you about Microsoft Teams. You can do that. And did you see this is new? This is a new update. Or did you see Copilot? Oh, it's a new button. The button got replaced. It got renamed, like the Microsoft things, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm just posting my whole daily stuff I'm doing, what I'm actually doing, and yeah, just share my knowledge. And of course, so we just talked about it before we start recorded the meeting that I also want to attend next year, 2025, many more events and get a speaker job or a speaker slot where I just also share my knowledge, speak with people, and yeah, just collaborate and share knowledge all over the world. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. But I know there are many more things I can do, but I'm just in the progress of getting there and getting better. So yeah.
I think that is for all of us to get better and share insights and share
Yeah.
knowledge. So yeah, cool. Hey, my next question is about Microsoft Teams. It's
Oh,
a very personal one. What is
oh,
your absolute favorite feature in Microsoft Teams and why? Ooh.
ooh, that's a good question. There are many. Oh, I think there are many things which are in my mind, but I also like the small parts. Like if you want to, like our daily business is getting faster and faster, so you need to get your actions faster. So at this point, do you know this little button when you are in a personal chat where you just can plan a meeting when you just click, okay, let's add this to a meeting or let's add this person to a meeting. So this is my daily time saver. And also when I can just mark my text messages which I received and just place it to planner for my daily to-dos or tasks. because that's how I work with teams. I like to structure my day. I like to work with, of course, to dos, so my tasks, and I like to plan it with like, okay, I know, okay, this person just wants to set up a meeting. Let's do it quick about this button, and also mark a message and also put it into my workload with tasks I need to do. Yeah, that's my time saver, and I think that's my also when it's not the main point of Teams, my favorite part of it.
But it's the small things that matter often.
Yeah.
A great one, thank you. Hey, are there any features or aspects of Microsoft Teams that you think need improvement? And if so, which ones?
Yeah, that's also a good question. Do you know there's also a new update of the new Teams chat experience? We got it, I think, 1 or 2 months ago, before the Ignite, around that time.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think the idea behind that to combine channels and chats together in one theme or in one menu point, it's great. But I think this point needs a little improvement. It's a very brand new update, but I think actually in this point we need more. Okay, maybe we don't want to use Teams only for chatting. I pretty like the structure about chats and separate the teams. So I'm excited about what they will change and what they will just give to us. Like if they just choose, okay, no, we just want to combine those topics like teams and chats, and then we have no back or turning back. What will happen then?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this needs a little improvement or more information what they want to do, because of course they had great aspects with this collaboration or this combination, but I think for not all projects this is very the result we want. Um, and maybe what is also a big point I want to change. Hmm. At the moment, there's nothing else. Also, it's a critical point about this combination of teams and channels. So yeah, that's my
Yeah.
main.
Uh, I'm also a little bit struggling a little bit with it. I see often a
Yes.
very much people at the customer side that ask me questions. Rene, why?
Yeah.
We
So they
don't
want
get a
to
bigger
roll
picture.
out. They also want to roll out it on next year. Start next year on January. And I thought the first idea, which was in my mind, is okay. Wait, they want to delete the teams outside of Teams. What?
Yeah,
Please
but
don't rename teams. That's a change I
no,
never want. Please, please, please.
but I like the flat structure. It's
Yeah.
but that is the
Yes.
only main plus for me.
Yeah. Some of our customers say, okay, it's a big change, but I like it more because I'm more flexible of writing other people because they only use the chat function. Um, because it's more like the structure of WhatsApp, like a normal messaging app or tool.
Yeah,
But this was exactly what Teams shouldn't be. It shouldn't be oh, that's a chatting tool. No, it was a collaboration tool. It's still doable and it's still um, you can still do your project inside of the teams and they're not gone. But yeah, it's just maybe some of them will be confused very much
yeah,
about this change.
yeah.
No.
Now let's see what will happen next
Yeah.
year with that. Hey,
Yeah.
What do you see as the biggest challenges organizations face when implementing Microsoft Teams?
Mm, Before you want to implement Microsoft Teams, you also need a plan how you want to adopt Microsoft Teams. So you need to set up Teams governance. Like you should start which person should create teams, which group of your organization needs to create teams. Maybe you want to do it part or department wise. Like you say, okay, IT department is the only department which can create teams. Do you want to let other people can create teams or not? Because you get like the over you get too much teams if everyone has the right to create teams. So the overview will be gone very fast. So this is the first step. You need to set who, or the question you need to answer: who should create teams? Who should get the access to or the right to create teams? Yeah, and who needs to um, be a Teams administrator. This is also a big point. It's who should be your Teams administrator, or
No.
which two person or more in your organization. And also, what are the big things too is also how should the data, how the collaboration should start in Teams. Like, do you want to give everyone the permission to share every data? Do you want to collaborate with external people or not? These are very big points which you consider, because everyone knows Teams till now, I guess. And they think, okay, you don't have restrictions, so you can chat with everyone around the world, but that's not the point. You can do it, of course, but you also, or your organization needs to see, okay, is it really necessary to collaborate with every external user which is not in your organization? And do you want to share every data, or let your employees share every data which you have, also when it's sensitive data? So what's the plan? So, and this plan needs to be set up, like the Teams governance with internal use, and of course how the external use should be handled.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you have a little piece of information protection reside on the other side
Mhm.
of the discussion.
Yeah.
So the picture is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big puzzle for many customers. Hey, we have Teams, but there is so much integration with the productivity layer, with the
Ah, yeah.
security layer, with the compliance layer, with the workplace. So I think you can no longer talk about only Teams governance, but maybe we have to talk about M365 governance to address
Yes,
all
yes,
those
definitely.
topics.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you
Yeah.
recognize that.
Teams combines everything,
Yeah.
like everything. SharePoint, OneDrive, of course. Data governance is a big thing. Also, what you say, security, compliance, everything. Sure. So you don't. It's always good to got or have a plan to restrict what should the people do, what should the people are able to do. And when you start using Teams, don't give your users too much free space to let them do everything and then just take it away from them, because that's a bad experience you can do in your organization. Just restrict everything from the start, which you want, and then just see, okay, is it good? Is it good how it works at the moment or not? Or should we restrict more or less? And yeah, also it's very, very helpful to hear what your employees give you as a feedback. Yeah, because also, like Copilot, we also learn from feedback, and that should also be considered when it's about restrictions and Teams policies and stuff. Yeah.
Ah, and to measure is to know, and you can learn from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah. And
that's right.
of course, we have all those nice Microsoft updates every month, every week, every day,
Mm-hmm.
and that helps us
Yeah.
very much. Not.
every day, every day.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's also insane. It's also insane if you see, okay, just imagine you have vacation and you just entered Microsoft Teams Admin Center 2 weeks. You were not in the Microsoft Teams Admin Center for 2 weeks. It's another place after 2 weeks. It's a different new place. Also, the
Yeah,
Microsoft Admin Center is also you don't see the points which were like 2 weeks ago there and there. Then you need to see or search them in a different place. It's very fast. It's yeah, it's very fast.
yeah, but talking about the Teams Admin Center, there's a new
Yeah.
look and feel. Do you like it?
Yes, kind of. Yeah, I won't say something against it because I need to just get used to it a little bit more. But
Yeah,
I think it's a little help, of course. It's. Do you
I
like
think
it?
it's a little bit more compact. But like
Mm-hmm.
you, I still have to adjust myself a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will manage, but hmm,
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I had some positive and some negative feelings
Yeah,
about it.
of course. Yeah.
Uh, Hey, what common pitfalls do you notice when customers when they use or configure Microsoft Teams?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Uh, what common pitfalls do you notice with customers when they use or configure Microsoft Teams?
Always how they should be working with externals. This is also this is the biggest question, which is
Yeah,
common. Should we just not allow them in your in the organization, or just that part of them being in our organization? Also, B2B for shared channels is also a point.
yeah,
Yay!
I like it very much. Share channels.
Shared channels are great because you have a better overview, and you don't need to switch tenants. So the team is also inside your team's tenant itself. Uh, this is also a feature I like very much. Yeah. So thank you.
You're
um,
welcome.
and also, if you want to restrict on domains, which organization do you want to work with, or just restrict that? That's the main question. So
Yeah,
should
that's
we work with externals so we maybe lost the overview or not?
yeah, that's a
Uh,
good one. That's also my one also.
mm,
External use and like how we can work together. Do we
yeah.
have to get an external account in our tenant, or do we gonna promote some more use of shared channels? And
Mm-hmm.
are we gonna create a B2B
Connection. Yeah.
connection with the other with the other company we work with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting topics.
And also, it just reminds me of that. Also, when I'm doing the Teams adoption, so Teams isn't already in your organization; it's the step before. I also have the plans of okay, how does the company wants to work with Teams? So you are very flexible with the tool, so you can just download it everywhere if you don't restrict it. So it's a security part where conditional access is in.
Yep.
So we see everything combines. Also, conditional access is a part which I address, of course, to the organization. So, do you really want that the user is able to install Teams on every device, also when it's on a private one? So the company is like, not really. So there's also a point, okay, should we implement Intune, or should we manage to go inside this managed device area? Um, so they get an overview, okay, which devices are already inside our organization, and who is able to work with Teams. So yeah, conditional access is also a very good point about that. So you can restrict where the users should use Teams or are able to use Teams and where not. So we're saying always only the main joint devices, maybe. So it's an organization device. So yeah.
Yeah, but that's a matter. Conditional access is your starting point of your security journey.
Mm-hmm.
See so many implementations that are not configured right, or they did an implementation 10 years ago. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft is fixing everything for us. No, you're wrong. It's a shared responsibility, and
Mm,
it's a continuous improvement. So please, people,
yeah.
conditional access some love and the attention it needs.
Love for conditional
Yeah.
access.
I like it very much.
Yeah, of
It's a
course.
very strong product, and
Yes.
with an E3 license, you can do a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a topic I often address at every customer I start. Also, the
Yeah.
customers I'm doing right now, I'm also addressing the conditional access part.
Yeah. It's not it's the time for conditional access. We are living in a time where cybersecurity is a big part of it, sadly. And so we need to get our devices and everything else and our data secure. So do it.
Do it right now.
Do
Nicole
it.
says. Hey, what are your top three best practices for a successful implementation and adoption of Microsoft Teams or Copilot or both?
First of all, you need a plan. Then you talk to me, and I will say, okay, let's see. If your plan works out, fine. If not, here are ideas how we can set it up for you. And then the main tip I have is, of course, I advise the customer, let's look into the Microsoft Teams Admin Center. So we go through every policy they have and see, okay, what policies and which settings do you can make inside this admin center, uh, which your company didn't even thought about. So we are watching in this moment, the customer is like, oh, we never thought about it, and we should do it that and that, and oh no, not with guest users, and please don't allow external sharing or disable screen sharing and something because data and stuff. So that's also very important for me that the customer also understands, or the people which are also for the later days are able to manage teams, that are they actually able to manage teams. Yeah, and also you need um what do I want to say, the next step is, of course, you need to give your knowledge to the users. So you need to um I don't know the word. I forgot the word.
Oh, no problem.
You need, like a teacher, what is it called? If you're a teacher, you're giving your students, you teach them. Ah, okay, sorry, I got it. So you need to teach them how to use Microsoft Teams correctly. So they see every function Teams has. It's not only you can make Teams meetings and that's it. You can also do project management inside of it, and also you have a data structure you can build on. You can collaborate and the whole construction. So you first of all have a plan, then you need to understand the team's policies and also the security part and everything. Need to set it up, and then you need to train the employees how to correctly use Microsoft Teams with their workflows, maybe with their own workflows if they want. And yeah, so these are my 3 steps.
And I think we can say it's a continuous training.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because of the updates we got each day.
Yes. That's also my next question. How do you stay updated on the new Microsoft Team features and updates? And how do you share that knowledge with others?
So We also got many more Microsoft MVPs, which are also already sharing their knowledge. So sometimes I'm just reading their articles and also stay up to date when I don't have that much time to be the first one who has this update. And then there's also in a Microsoft Admin Center, you can go to messaging. How is it
Message
called?
center.
Yeah, thank you. And there's also you can stay up to date. You can also filter of my internet connection again. I'm sorry. So you can filter on which tool or app do you want to see the new updates and then or the latest updates. So I'm just filtering it to Microsoft Teams or maybe Copilot. So it's under the field Microsoft 365. And there are also the status. So where is the project at the moment? Is it currently under work or is it rolling out next week? So I'm going into the um, messaging,
Message
sorry,
center.
again, message status, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, and just look it up there. Yeah, and
Yeah.
also, yeah, yeah.
You're also in a couple of Microsoft private communities, and you can
Yeah, of
test
course.
functionality in an earlier stage.
Yeah, I set up my Microsoft Teams to public preview and also to the inner circle. But some of the features are, of course, NDA, so I can talk really much about it. You know that as an MVP, we can't say more than we can or we are able to. So yes, of course. So I'm also checking up for new updates. Also, when it's a small one, last time it was how to set up new skin tones for your emojis. So it was a small one. So but it's also it was under the settings. So. And now I think you have like flexible window bars in
Yeah.
Teams because of the Copilot integration because it was always so difficult to read such a long message in this Copilot window. So if you're a little more flexible with that and you can just size it as you want, it will be a great feature, of course. And maybe
True.
this is my next favorite one.
Yeah, I wrote an article about it last week.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's a pretty new one. I think it's also first in private preview
yeah,
currently. So,
true. Hey, if you could share one tip of the day from Nicole for Microsoft Teams users, what would it be?
oh Jesus, so good questions.
Ah, I only have good
Um,
questions.
good tip. But, I'm so
The tip from
uncreative. I'm
Nicole
sorry.
for the day.
For the day. Mm,
And it doesn't have to be the Microsoft Teams tip or the Copilot tip, but Josh, your tip of the day for M365 or a related
ah,
product.
okay, I have one. If you know that you were gonna be a, or wait, if you know that this message will be a task for next week or the next month, please just mark it as a task because you will forget it and write your informations down that you don't forget it because yeah, it's very important. I also have it sometimes a stressful day and you can't just keep everything in your mind. So write it down, write it in your Teams self chat. That's also a feature I really like. I appreciate the Microsoft Teams self chat because I'm writing down everything. I'm not the person which is writing emails to myself, but I'm the person who is currently using or totally using the Microsoft Teams self chat because I love it.
Yeah, me
There's
too.
everything,
Yeah,
everything.
but if you have multiple clients you work for and
Mhm.
multiple environments you work in, I often send myself a message. And if I'm getting home, I can see all the messages for myself
Mhm.
and think, oh yeah, I have to address some stuff.
Yeah, No.
That works for me, but everyone works different.
Yeah, I only have one or like one organization tenant which I'm using mostly of the time. So that's the reason I'm only using um one hub, and that's my team self chat. So yeah.
That's a good one.
Yes, it's a good one.
Yeah. Hey, how do you see the role of Microsoft Teams within the broader Microsoft 365 ecosystem, and what are your expectations for its future?
I'm still excited about this Teams and chat experience, as I mentioned before. Mm, I'm also excited. This was also a part which was published at the Ignite with the transcription, like the voice transcription or the voice acknowledging. That's a big part because it's also part of Copilot. Because Teams will acknowledge you as a person also in Teams rooms. So Teams always knows who you are, no matter if you're in a Teams room or in a meeting. That will be very interesting.
Yeah,
And I'm for the future, I really don't hope they will rename Teams. I'm a little nervous about that. But because Microsoft always just renames some things, and I think I don't know. I have this little feeling that they want to change something, but I hope not, because when teams aren't in teams anymore, mm-hmm,
yeah,
why teams? Why should you call it teams?
yeah.
So
I have a little bit the same feeling as you. Maybe some rebranding or a different license model, or
yeah,
what is going to happen in the future with Teams. It's a
yeah.
good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. But I
Yeah.
also like the experience about the town halls you can create with teams. And so you have so much opportunities to create and plan a new meeting or a big event. It's very, very stable also. You can have good quality, but also some of the people are complaining about Zoom is better than Teams. So maybe with the video you get like the quality. So maybe that's the point where Teams can just get a little better. So more quality for the meetings. Also, yeah, that could be also a reason, but yeah, I'm always on team side, so also when Zoom is better, I will also stay every time in Teams. Always and ever.
But you choose for Teams because of the
Yeah.
integration with other products.
Yeah.
And as a standalone product, yeah, maybe Zoom is better in
Yeah.
video calling or something like that, but
Mm,
not of the
yeah.
total integration between the complete platform.
Yeah. You can collaborate, you don't have office apps inside it. Yeah. No whiteboard, I guess. I don't even know if you have a setting about that in Zoom, but yeah, I prefer Teams 100%.
Yeah. Hey, what inspires you the most in your work with Microsoft Teams, and how does that motivation keep you engaged in the community?
I think Teams is a big part of the modern work. So I just grew up in this modern work time when also, of course, the pandemic started. So it was a big part of, okay, we need a big change and a fast change. Which tool should we use? And there was Microsoft Teams. And it also got so much better over the time. I think it was 4 years ago, right? Yeah, 4 years ago when everything started going down, teams went up, also
Yep.
with this quality and also with the updates. And for me, it's a great opportunity to see how much, of course, options you have. You can collaborate, you can manage whole projects, you can do everything so much faster because it's always in one tool. So you can plan meetings and work with your team also when you're not able to go in the office by yourself. So everyone stays connected and you get informations much faster than before. I think Outlook is also a great exchange opportunity, but that's it. So, and Teams has everything in it. So that's the reason I love Microsoft Teams, because it's the whole modern work part which was missing before the pandemic,
Yeah,
in my opinion. Yeah.
true. It adoption didn't had the attention in the pandemic, but
Yeah.
after that, uh, it got more and more attention.
Yeah, it evolved. Level 2 teams. Yeah,
Yeah,
we also got the new teams. That's well, also we should never forget the new teams.
the bigger, faster one.
Yeah.
Hey, as a wrap up for this interview, is there any thing you want to share with us?
If you don't use Microsoft Teams at the moment, try it out. Do it. It's now your time. If you want to explore the modern work, just try Microsoft Teams, and I think you will be very very happy. And also for your time, it's you get a lot of time savings if you use one tool, except for three different ones. You got a whole hub for everything you need. So it will be good for you and also for your company. And also maybe the older generation likes to work with Microsoft Teams because they see the opportunity and the use cases are very very good for your organization, so they can implement it and be just totally faster and more productive and everything else. So for me, it's Teams, and also if you want to go a step further, you can also combine Copilot, which is also a big supporter for your daily. My internet again. No.
Oh, that last line was dropping.
Okay, so I'm starting with, if you also want to go a step further, you can also try Copilot, which helps you also saving much time, getting more productive, more efficient, and you can just do so much with those tools. They will help you so much. Just take the help, and if you are afraid of that, talk to me and I can advise you and teach you how to use Teams or Copilot if you want. Yeah. So that was my advice to you if
Thank
you're
you.
interested.
Yeah, and maybe a co-pilot is an interesting one for another interview in the future.
Yeah, of course.
Fine. Thank you very much for your time, Nicole, and for this lovely
Thank you.
interview.
Thank you,
And
you too. Thanks
I
for having
will
me.